Assalamualaikum to Dr. Norzalina. So today we want to present about home experiment 1, which is air pollution catcher. So my group member is Akmal, Siti Norzulaika, I am one Nur Alia, and the last one is Nur Putri and me Alicia. So move on to the next slide. I will explain about the introduction. So according to the World Health Organization, air pollution is any chemical, physical, and biological factor that contaminate the indoor and outdoor environment and changes the natural properties of atmosphere. Air pollution is also a leading causes of respiratory and other illnesses, as well as significant sources of morbidity and mortality. Next slide. What is the causes of the air pollution? So the first one is the industrial operation, which is such as chemical solvent industry, gas and liquid waste then industry. The second one is motor vehicles, which is car, buses, motorcycles. The third one is fire forest, which is open burning. And the last one is household combustion device, which is a heater, clothes dryer, and stove. I'll pass to the next presenter, which is Akmal.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. So my name is Akmal bin Maslim. So what is air pollution catcher? First one, the air pollution catcher experiment is one of the easiest way to determine the pollution in our surrounding. Next, the air pollution particle will show whether in a big or small and colored or colorless. The air particles that will be observed can be made up of dust, smoke, and others. Next, we have the petroleum jelly or a Vaseline used on the paper plate for the air pollution catcher was designed to collect the air particles. So next, we move to the objective. So there are three objectives in this experiment. So the first one is to determine the foreign air particle in the inside and the outside of the specific area. Next, to determine the changes on the air pollution catcher after a week. And the third one, to compare the air pollution between two different locations through the changes of the plate. So I will pass the presentation to the other presenter.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. So today I want to make an experiment, home experiment, which is a pollution catcher. So the material and apparatus that we need in this experiment is two plate. I use what is this? Paper plate, I think. So two string, Vaseline, marker, and pen to make a hole. So next, we need to write down my name or an ID. Alright. So next, we put a hole on the top of the plastic and then we put in the string. Alright, this, and then you need to apply a Vaseline to the surface of the paper plate. So like this. We need more, I think. Alright, two paper is done, two paper plate is done. So next we need to put this plate indoor, which is in my room, and then outdoor. So I think I'm gonna put it behind the door. Alright.
Next, I will proceed about the result and the discussion. So for my air pollution catcher, the inside air pollution catcher was placed inside the hostel room in level 2, which were used daily. So the results show after 7 days, the air pollution catcher was turned light yellow on the area where the Vaseline was rubbed and has a few dust on the paper plate. Meanwhile, the outside air pollution catcher was placed outside the window in the level 2 of hostel room, and after a week, The area of air pollution catcher that were rubbed with Vaseline were turned out yellowish more than the inside air pollution catcher and have some dust on the surface of the paper plate. So the inside air pollution catcher was less polluted than the outside air pollution catcher because the air pollution outside of the building might be coming from the motor vehicles used and the dust around the building. It also collected more air particles as it was hanging outside the building.
So this is my result and discussion. So as you can see, the left image is the plate is indoor and the right side is the outdoor plate. So the indoor plate is placed in an abandoned room while the outdoor plate is placed outside of the door of an abandoned room. I can observe that the indoor plate that has less dust and less polluted, while the outdoor plate is more dust and more polluted. So this is because the air within the room was cleaner than the air outside. So next, the indoor plate was left in an abandoned room, that is, no one entered the rooms. So there is less dust than on the outdoor plate. So next, the outdoor plate was placed near the toilet where nearly every student on that floor passes by and use it on a daily basis. This is because of the presence of the dust and particles in our environment. The outdoor plate turn color into yellowish. So I will pass the presentation to others.
Hi, I am Siti Norzulaika binti Anwar. So I would like to discuss the results that I get for home experiment 1 air pollution catcher. So on this slide, there are two figures. So on the left side is the plate, which is the pollution catcher, is set indoor. Set indoor, which at study room level 1. So the result for pollution catcher indoor is slightly dusty. So, and then on the right side is the pollution catcher that's set outdoor, which is at balcony. So the result for the outdoor is more dusty and the color is yellow brownish. Okay, so the plate is set inside a study room, which is for indoor. So the study room is usually empty. So most of the time, the study room is empty. Hence, there is only minor activities has taken place inside the room. So this will minimize the amount of dust and air particles produced to the surrounding. So that's why we can say that the air pollution catcher for indoor is less polluted because minor activities has taken place inside the room. Next, the closed door and windows in the study room are restricting the outside dust and also the polluted air from the outside from entering the study room. So only slight amount of dust can be seen on the surface of the plate, as well as you can see that the color does not change significantly even after 7 days. Meanwhile, for the outdoor plate, which is set at the balcony, so the balcony we know it is at the open area where dust, fumes, smoke and air particles, also the other chemicals can easily be found and stick on the plate, which resulting the plate to turn into yellow brownish color as we can see obviously on the right side. Okay. The plate with Vaseline that's set outdoor goes towards various human activities. For example, like smoking, car emission, and also cleaning activities like sweeping floor. So this is why there are lots of air particles, dust particles at the outdoor. So from this result, I can conclude that the air pollution catcher that placed outdoor is more polluted to be compared with that placed indoor. So the more polluted the air will turn the plate into yellow brownish color. Hence why more dust will stick on the surface of the plate. Next, I will pass to the next presenter.
Okay, my name is Noputri Aini Elisha. So my result is the experiment was held in abandoned storeroom for the indoor and near car park for the outdoor. So the result at the window is less dust and also less polluted, while outdoor, which is near car park, is more dust and also more polluted. The storeroom is always for the indoor. The storeroom is always closed so that the result is a little bit dusty and the color of Vaseline does not change. Next, the room with door and windows are closed is most probably no pollution that can occur because of excess immunization in any area is less noticeable in that room. However, the plate that has put near the garage has become more particle on it, and the color of the Vaseline turned out yellowish. After that, the Vaseline turned out yellowish because of the place is exposed to more pollutant from the vehicle's emission and also open burning during 7 days of observation for this experiment. So that's all from my result. For the comparison, all of the result is placed for different places, which is inside hostel room, inside abandoned room, inside study room, and also inside abandoned storeroom. We observe that the color of the Vaseline does not change because it does not expose to any pollutant. However, it still have a little bit of dust that's stuck on the plate because of lack of activity was doing there, and the room is always closed. And next, for the result comparison for outdoor, which is located at outside hostel room, outside abandoned room, balcony, and also near car park, is we observe that the plate have more dust that stuck under Vaseline and turned out yellowish. The reason of that is because there are many possible pollution from human activities that happen outside, such as vehicle emission, sweeping floor, open burning, and also smoking. So, for the conclusion.
Okay, so for the last part of the slide, in conclusion, we can conclude the pollution catcher that used in this experiment is to collect the air particles which are made up of dust, soot, smoke, and other chemicals from the surrounding or the atmosphere. So through this experiment, students are able to analyze the level of polluted air at the particular area that we choose. Since air pollution around us cannot be seen with our naked eyes. So basically this experiment allows the students to test how dirty the air surrounding us. So the last, we can conclude that air pollution can be controlled by keeping the area well ventilated, avoiding open burning, and also keeping the rug or other materials in that particular area clean from any dust. So I think that's all from our group. Thank you.